Today I decided I wanted to try something new for 2024, and basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to shoot smaller videos with maybe one or two commentary and comments, and just so that I can get back on the swing of making a video every day for this particular channel. And here is the commentary for today. We're going to talk for a second about boycotts. I'm doing that on purpose. Cheers. Here's the thing. One of the things that I have noticed in my 57 years traveling across the world is the fact that people have a habit of boycotting things without thinking about the consequences to anything and anyone else. I'm not talking about boycotting a specific company because they did something incredibly horrible and you don't think you should support them. That's very specific to every person. But as we have noticed more and more, thanks to politicians mainly, but also some religious leaders and some other people, is the fact that it doesn't really matter what somebody does. 30% of the population, 35, 33% of the population agrees with that person. The other 33% completely disagree with the person. And then there's the middle group that doesn't give a damn one way or the other. Or is it? Here's the thing. There are many boycotts that are done and nobody pays attention to the fact how that affects the bottom line. I'm going to give you the simplest example. If you know me, you know what the den of inequity is. I call Walmart the den of inequity. There's many reasons why I call it that. We're not going to get into it. But we do shop there on occasion. I try to stay the hell away from that store unless it's really early in the day. And back in the day when they were open 24 hours, I would go like at 11 p.m. at night. Unfortunately, they don't open 24 hours anymore. So I try to go, like if I have to go, I'll go very close to closing time without it being closing time because I used to work retail. I know how annoying that is. So for example, if their closing time is at 10, I'll show up at 9:15. Because I know this the least amount of people there. And I'll also rather do it during the weekday than on the weekends. On the weekends, I try to stay the hell away from stores to begin with. Unless it's a grocery store and I need something. Bottom line is this. I don't openly tell people to boycott Walmart anymore. In fact, I don't tell people to boycott anything anymore. And the reason is very simple. When you do a boycott, you don't think about the consequences of your actions on the employees who may or may not be in agreement with their bosses. You don't take into consideration the amount of hours of the people that build the things or put together the things that you're buying at that place. You don't take into consideration the budget of millions of people. We have to remember that 2% of Americans have a lot of money. Only 1% are in the millionaire billionaire category. So why are you telling people to boycott places where they can find things that they can afford just because you're mad at them for whatever reason? I'm going to give you another example. And that's one of my favorite places to shop in the planet, and that would be Amazon. Amazon is convenient for me. I cannot always go out and buy the things that I need. Amazon not only delivers Amazon, they also deliver Whole Foods. Now, Whole Foods is a little pricey, but not as pricey as it used to be because ever since Amazon purchased it, they realized that, people like me like to eat bougie every once in a while. There are some delightful candies and confections, and I guess it would be not bakery, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's those things that people postre, desserts. Desserts are a very interesting skill to manage. It's more chemistry than any other type of cooking. And Whole Foods tends to sell gluten-free ones that are really, really good. It has been very hard for me to find anything that even matches that quality level. The only place where I've seen them is in Whole Foods. So what's going to happen? If I have a chance and I have the money, I'm going to buy them from Whole Foods and I'm going to have them delivered for free because I have an Amazon Prime card. Membership, I should say. The card I don't have anymore. But the bottom line that I'm trying to make is this. don't listen to other people to decide who you're going to boycott or not boycott. A lot of people are going to tell you, oh, this person defends Russia, or this person defends Ukraine, or this person defends China, or this person. Is it going to impact your bottom line? That would be the first thing I would tell you to notice. Some people have the budget to be able to go to a store that sells something 3 times more expensively. Then, let them boycott whatever the hell they want. But if you're on a budget and all you can buy is Aldi's, even though I've never heard anything problematic from Aldi's, but I'm sure I will when I finish this video. If you can only afford Aldi's, or you can only afford the Dollar General, which sells everything at $1.25, do that. As far as people telling you that the options for food are not as healthy, to give you an example of one of the main reasons why places like that are sometimes boycotted. Buy the best in what you have. Instead of concentrating on all the candy and the cookies and get a couple candies and cookies. I'm not saying don't buy any of them. But what I'm saying is, give you an example. Aldi's has great meats at very low prices compared to the other stores. The Dollar General has knitting. What do you call this? Arts and craft supplies. If you have to send your kid to school with craft supplies or with art supplies of any kind, or if you're making yourself a scarf or a sweater and you really don't care what the quality of you're just trying to practice, get it at the Dollar General. It's $1.25 per roll of knitting fiber. I forgot how you call that. Thread. That's the word. Thread. Knitting thread. Look, I just woke up. Leave me alone. Anyway, the reason why I'm telling you all this is because we tend to get so gung-ho about, oh, I need to boycott this and boycott that and boycott the other, and we don't think about the power of the purse on your life. Yes, it's really important to not give all your money to people that don't deserve it, but it's more important to keep your sanity and to keep your budget. We tend to say, oh, you shouldn't be selfish. There's certain things where you should be selfish. Your budget should be one of them. Your mental health should be another. And if watching all these people fighting back and forth between boycott Target, boycott Walmart, boycott this and that and the other, and it's driving you insane, save your budget and your brain and leave the boycotting to people that can afford to be boycotting. Personally, I don't want to hear anybody else tell me that I have to boycott somebody. This is my favorite drink. According to the TikTok experts, this is not strawberry acai. This is actually grape juice. Do I look like I care? No. I freaking love this stuff. Now, as far as this whole thing about, well, Starbucks is a buster of union buster or whatever, and Amazon doesn't like unions, and Tesla does not, whatever. First of all, I have a very iffy relationship with unions. I have yet to see a union that actually has my best interest at heart. They all start very good. They all start very altruistic. They all start with the right intentions, but eventually, and this has happened to every union I've ever seen in my lifetime, eventually some very greedy jerks end up being the ones running the union, and they just make deals behind closed doors with management, and you end up losing your job anyway. Nobody cares. It is what it is. I'm not going to defend my position. It's my opinion, and you can't change my opinion, or you may be able to. But right now, this is the reality. If you are part of the 98% and you have a budget situation like most of us do, like, I'm going to give you the perfect example. My husband just got paid, and I have less than $100 left, and he got paid 9 hours ago. Between the bills And by the way, before you say anything about this was in a card I had already, so it's not like it came from that paycheck. But between the bills we had and the abscess, I have less than $100 left to my name, and we still have to survive until I get paid on Wednesday. If you're in the same boat that I am, or worse off than I am, and keep in mind that how much you make is irrelevant. If you have bills that cover your entire paycheck, you're in the same boat I am. You can be making $100,000 a year, which is way more than we do here. If you have enough bills between student loans and cars and mortgage or rent or whatever, that at the end of the week, or even worse, at the end of the day after you got paid, you have nothing left, you're one of us. And you need to start thinking about you before you start thinking about saving the entire world. You know why? Because nobody else cares. A lot of people talk a really good game about, wow, we shouldn't do this, or we shouldn't support this person or that person or this company or that other company. And guess what they do behind your back? They still do it. And I'm not talking about people that want to stop supporting certain celebrities or anything like that. I'm talking about actual companies that produce goods and services. Watch who you support and why. I'm not telling you not to. What I'm telling you is that if your budget does not allow for you to stop shopping at Walmart or Target, don't stop doing it because some idiot is telling you that you shouldn't support them. If you have gifted yourself once a week or once a month the ability to go to Starbucks to get a goodie because you've been good, you've tried your best, you've worked very hard that week, and your only treat of the week is a freaking cup of Starbucks that cost me, I don't know, $3.45? $4.45? It doesn't say, but something like that. Let's say $5. Do it. Your mental health and your budget are more important than anything else in the planet, especially now. And that's my commentary for today. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.